everyone, welcome back to Yellow Cottage Soapery. Today I am testing out a new fragrance. It is very orange and it is called Freshly Squeezed Oranges and smells amazing. So I wanted to make just a simple orange soap. I've decided I'm going to do an orange layer on the bottom with Mango Tango, and then I have a white base and I'll mix a little bit of orange and green in with a swirl hopefully, and then I have these little round embeds that I made. They're just cold processed soap and I rolled them into balls and then put them in a little bit of the Mango Tango mica, and I'm going to throw these in with the white part with a little bit of swirl and then just swirl the top. So let's get a move on before I lose sunlight. I'm soaping a little bit warmer than I normally do just because I mixed this up late today, later than normal. But the reviews say this fragrance behaves, so hopefully that's the case. This will be my orange base, and then I will pour this in while I mix up my other colors. That's going to be really, really too full. And this is going to be for just a little bit of green. I don't want a ton, just a little. And let me go ahead and mix the orange real quick so I can get that in the molds. If you guys wonder why I tap this out, it's so that air bubbles get trapped down in there when you put your stick blender in there. So I just tap it to get the air bubbles out because it will leave air bubbles in your soap. So now I'm doing this with the color and I just trapped air bubbles in there so you could see them come up. So that's the reason I do that. I'm going to actually stick blend the fragrance in because I want this to thicken a little bit so it sets up. I don't know if that color is going to change my white base, but it did say that it doesn't, so I'm just trying to make this a little bit thicker. Maybe a little bit more orange too. Spray it with a little bit of rubbing alcohol because that's supposed to help it set up a little bit. It kind of forms a little film on the top so the soap doesn't soak through quite as much. That is really thin, so I may have to wait a little bit unless it starts to really set up. Not that I care. It doesn't have to be a perfect layer or anything like that, so you know what? I think I have some orange. I'm not going to put it in there. I was going to say some orange jojoba beads, but oops, let me do the green. I have some Groovy Green from Bee Scented because I want it to be kind of a brighter green, but then I'm going to tone it down just a tad with some Pine Mica from Bee Scented. So we'll see what that looks like. Oh, also, I almost forgot, I need to pour out a little bit more for some orange swirl. Okay, got a lot going on here. stick blend this part up and add the fragrance probably almost at the same time. Let me see what this does. I don't want like, well, I guess it is kind of white, but I just kind of wanted a creamy white. But let's add, I'm going to add a tiny bit of the fragrance here and here. Whoa, that was a lot. And the rest in here. Let's see if it changes this color. Woo. It's fine if it does. It doesn't matter to me. I was just kind of curious though. It smells so good. Oh my goodness. Who doesn't want to wake up and take a shower with refreshing orange soap? Again, I'm just kind of trying to thicken this up a little bit. This is still not even a light trace. So if you're looking for a fragrance to do some swirling or something, I highly recommend this because I don't usually stick blend a fragrance this much. My stick blender is getting hot. And it's hard to keep pushing. Alright, I may have to let it set for a few minutes, but let's mix this up real quick. This one has quite a bit of the fragrance. Okay, we're going to continue whether it's ready or not. So you can see that the white has thickened up so beautifully. I love that. Then I have orange, which is still pretty fluid, and so is the green, but I think it's perfect to pour. So if it breaks through this orange bottom, I don't care. I might scoop it a little on the top just to help it a little, but it's really not a big deal. I love this creamy soap so much. It's like a, there's nothing prettier than just, I need to just make a pure white soap or a pure one color soap. I keep saying it. I'm going to make a lavender essential oil soap. Maybe I will just do it like the lightest, most beautiful purple. Just a solid color. I think that would be pretty. I always say that and then I end up pulling colors out because I want to do a swirl or something. But I really do love just a pure white bar of soap. It's beautiful. Oh my gosh, you guys, that was so funny this morning. I have to tell you this. I always talk about our little duck and geese families outside. And right now, of course, being spring, there are a bunch of mamas running around with a bunch of baby ducks following them. It's the cutest thing ever. And this morning when I was looking out the window, there was a mama duck. I'm just going to kind of go for it. And she had like, oh, that just broke through big time. Oh, wow. She had her little herd behind her. I don't know what it's called, but like 8 or 9 of them probably. And I was trying so hard to get a picture because they must have just hatched. They were so stinking cute. Anyways, I went in to get dressed. Well, there was a few males following her. And I was like, wonder why the males are, you know, following her. Are they like each claiming to be the dad, or what's the deal? So anyways, I went in to get dressed, and Mark was sitting here in the sunroom, And I came out to tell him something and he was gone. I'm like, I'm going to pour this in and do the swirl, and then I'm going to kind of throw the balls in. I was like, honey, where are you, you know? And I'm just going to save a little for the top. And he tried to come in the front door, which was locked. And I'm like, what is he doing? So he finally came in the back door. And he said he was sitting here, and the ducks were going crazy, you know. It sounded like a lot of commotion right outside the window. So he looked out, and one of the male ducks was like stepping on the babies, trying to, you know, get to the female, like he wanted to play around. And he was like not having it. He's like, she's just a new mama. She doesn't need this. So he went out to rescue her and get him off of her. And like I said, he was stepping on the baby ducks and everything. So he went out and got between them and kind of scared the male off. So he saved the female this morning, and I just thought it was so funny that I would have done the same thing, but I just thought she was not happy. She was not enjoying him. She did not want to play. So I was proud of him. I just want to swirl this because it looks pretty. Even though I'm going to cover it. Oh, I got to throw those soap balls in before it gets too set up. What am I doing? So I'm just going to throw them in there. Plop. I might not use all of these. I don't know. I don't know how far down they're going, but... So yeah, I love to just sit out back and watch everything going on. There is, I think I said it in another video, okay, there's a mama goose that laid her eggs on the neighbor, next to the neighbor's sunroom. Outside, of course. And there's a male duck that stands not too far away, and he, you know, is standing guard, whatever, probably the dad. And I don't know why it's so funny. When I go outside, I have to go walk, like, down my yard a little bit so I can look over and see her, because all I can see is her head. And it cracks me up. All I can see is her head, and she's just sitting there on her eggs. And I saw a goose this morning with a whole bunch of babies behind it, like little babies. And they get big really quick, but you can tell these were new. I'm just going to keep doing this. I think it's fun. And, but I don't want to overdo it. Do you guys think I should stop? I need a live video so you guys can tell me. You guys can talk to me. So, yeah, I find it funny just to peek over and see her head. She's always sitting there. So I thought it was her. So I went over and nope, she's still sitting there. Feels like she's been sitting there forever. Okay, so should I use... This is so many. I don't know why. I got carried away. I'll just do a few that land kind of towards the top. I think this is going to be a lot. But it's so fun. And I don't want to waste these. So this is going to be a lot. You know what? I better stop because it won't fit through my log splitter. I hope this does. Okay, so I'm just going to kind of pour the white and the green and do a little swirly on the top. back. I'm going to go ahead and cut freshly squeezed orange. And you can see the little soap balls have the ring around them of the mica, which I think looks kind of cool. And you can see where it broke into the bottom. And the top just ended up getting a little bit of a spoon thing going on because of me dropping my paper towel in it. I did cut the first loaf, and I think they turned out pretty cool. They're different, which I like. Look, there's just one little soap ball in that one. They smell so good. I walked into the kitchen this morning, and my soap area is in our sunroom, and I could smell them as soon as I walked out. Smells so good. Citruses are one of my favorites. That one's kind of cool. Now, there's a guy outside cutting our shrubs and hedges or whatever, so hopefully, I'm trying to do this in between him turning it on. He has been right outside this window for like the past hour, and I'm thinking, oh man, hurry up, I gotta cut my soap while I have daylight. But I love how you can see the mica around them. I think it looks kind of cool. I'm so happy my stepdad flew in today without my mom, which is sad. But he came down to work with us in the business for a little bit because it's really busy and he wanted to learn about the business. So he is here. And my mom will be here in a couple weeks for my daughter's graduations. And the weather has been beautiful. I've been seeing online people saying they're getting snow and blizzard, I think, up in Minnesota. And I almost feel bad. I feel bad because it's like 75 and sunny here. But we have had some cold days recently and a lot of rain. But I remember growing up in New York and getting snow this time of year, and it was just so horrible because it's like you're just so over the cold and the snow and shoveling and driving in it, and then you get another big snowstorm just when you think spring might be coming, you know? I like that swirl. So I do feel bad for those people that still are dealing with snow. And last cut. That one has lots. I thought for sure every bar would have numerous balls in it because it's, you can see that one on the side, which is kind of cool. Okay guys, thanks for watching, and I will see you all on the next video.